This first round masterclass by Sam Presti is way better than we thought. Less than a week off of delivering a championship, the Thunder struck again last night in the first round of the 2025 NBA Draft. Holding the 15th and 24th picks, two assets outside of the lottery, the Thunder maximized not one, but both of these assets maximize their chances of defending their first ever title, going back to back next year, and kickstarting off a dynasty for this franchise. We're going to get into how they use these picks, what this means for the future and a full roster moving forward this season, and long term, what this means for this team. Without any further ado, just wanted to say what's going on, guys. Gabriel Ebersole here with Thunder Digest, where we are trying to keep you guys posted on free agency rumors, draft rumors, trade rumors, injuries, all of the above for this offseason. We got you covered. How are the Thunder going to use their 44th pick this second round tonight? We're going to keep you posted. So make sure you sub up. Where 68% of you guys are not subscribed so far. Thunder came off of a 68 win season and they are looking to defend next year. But in the meantime, we got you guys covered, keeping you up to date with all news regarding his team. Any further ado, not going to be had over here. We're getting right into what happened in the first round of the NBA draft at the Barclays Center in New York last night. Now, we knew Cooper Flag was going to be the first pick, minus 100,000 odds to go there. But the rest of the draft was full of a lot of question marks for who was going where. We saw a lot of guards get taken in the 2 through 8 range, but after that, which was even a surprise to a lot of people, after that, we really didn't know how the draft was going to shake out, including the number 15 pick, which is owned by the Oklahoma City Thunder. But never to fear, we see a guy show up to draft night named Thomas Sorber. This guy is a center for the University of Georgetown, and he came out as a true freshman. He jumped into this draft class, and he filled a lot of needs for this team. This was seen by Sam Presti, our guy, who took him 15th overall, put him in the blue and orange of Oklahoma City, and he's going to be our guy from this class moving forward. We're going to be super ecstatic to see what he can do for this team. He filled a lot of needs that we had as a physical five. This guy's 6'10, 255, but don't just take his production from me. Let's take a look at what he's done in college, right? This is a guy, like I said, 6'10, 255, true freshman at the University of Georgetown. And you see right at the right under his picture there, he earned all Big East honors and Big East all freshmen. The guy is a baller. He put up numbers at Georgia. 24 games we see. He put up 14 and a half points to go with 8.5 rebounds and 2.5 assists. He fills out the stat sheet and he does what you need out of a big. Post, low post dominant scoring, and this guy can rebound the basketball. Not only does he do that, we see he scores efficiently, 53%. He can shoot it at. Obviously, he's not a three-point threat we see there with the 16% in college. He will not be a jump shooter for our team. However, while he's finishing around the rim, this is a guy who's going to draw contact, a guy who plays physical. It's a part of his game, and he's going to get fouled. When he does get fouled, we see at the free throw line, he's already a pretty solid free throw shooter around the mid 70s mark, and that can go up very much in the NBA with a lot more reps, a lot more practice. Remember, this guy is a true freshman. So this was the guy who we selected with the number 15 pick in the NBA draft. And I personally think he fills out a very big positional need that we had for this team. We need another depth physical big. And I dropped a video on how Usman Dang might be traded. And this plays into that. If this guy might be able to play that role that Yang was supposed to play, and he might go about it at a better rate. So we're gonna have to see how he's integrated into the lineup moving forward. But the thing that you need to note about this guy is defense, defense, defense. This guy plays defense. To 1.5 steals and 2 blocks a game in college. This guy is a force on that side of the court. He's going to be able to come in and make an immediate impact as a shot blocker, which is something that we had a lot of this year. Chet Holmgren was a good shot blocker, and he's going to be able to hold it down in those non-Chet, non-Hart minutes coming off the bench, right? Because that's where we're assuming he's going to start at and then move up in his role from there. This is the guy who is going to be able to make NBA level impact at defense off the rip. This is a guy who's going to be able to rebound the basketball at an NBA caliber level off of the rip. This guy is going to add to our team immediately, add to our depth, because if he wouldn't have, Sam Presti wouldn't have pulled the trigger on the number 15th pick. That's just point blank how it is. We see that because with the 24th pick, that was the second asset that we had in this draft. Now, neither of these picks were our own. The number 15th pick came from courtesy of the Miami Heat, which was a lottery protected pick, and they fell just outside of the lottery. So we got that pick. And then the number 24th pick, courtesy of the Clippers pick swap, right? And with this 24th pick, there were some options on the board. I was thinking maybe Jace Richardson would come to us, but our guy, our savior, Sam Presti, has other ideas. And we see a tweet from Shams, right? And he said at 10:55, right? A tweet comes out that the Sacramento Kings are trading for the number 24 pick from the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they take Nick Clifford, sources tell ESPN. Now, this is a great way to utilize this pick, honestly, because why? A, the roster was full of the exact same players moving into next season as it was this season. We had a 15-player roster already moving into the draft, and we just selected Sorber as our 16th player that will be on the team. So there's going to be one player who gets moved, one player who gets cut. Something's going to happen with this roster. We didn't need to add another player if we didn't see any type of value at this position, right? As a positional need. And we just came off of a title. Other than a 3-point shooter or a ball handler, there's not a lot of different things you could point to this team needing. Maybe Isaiah Joe gets moved. Maybe we'll see Dang get moved. Maybe we'll see a lot of different things here. But one thing we will not see is the Thunder using the 24th pick because they trade it to the Kings. Now, what did they trade it for? You might be asking. Let's take a look. The Oklahoma City Thunder traded the number 24 pick in the 2025 NBA draft to the Sacramento Kings, who selected Colorado State's Nick Clifford on their behalf. Per ESPN Shams. In return, OKC received the Spurs 2027 first round pick per Carmichael David. Thunder originally acquired the 24th pick from the Clippers, as I stated, and also selected Georgetown's Thomas Sorber at number 15, the guy we talked about earlier. They still hold the number 44 pick in the second round, with the draft concluding today, Thursday, the June of the 26th. Right. So now we see how this played out exactly. We have acquired the Spurs first round pick in next year's draft, which will be able to convey if it's a lottery protected pick. That's what it is as of the moment. And the Spurs, we saw them select Dylan Harper at number 2 overall. They have Wemby, who's going to be healthy for a lot of next season. Likely they're going to make the playoffs, and we're going to get their pick next year, which will fall in the same range as the Sorber pick this year, right? If assuming the Spurs don't go on a dominant run, it'll probably fall in that 15 to 20 range, and we can pick out of there again next year. However, for now, we trade this pick, and I love this move because, like we said, the roster's full. You don't want to get rid of any of the guys for the most part that helped contribute to winning the city's first ever championship this year. Maybe you see Dylan Jones as a movable piece, like we said with Yang, and then also with Isaiah Joe, maybe who had a disappointing playoff run as a shooter. You can see that a lot of this team is going to be back next year. We added a piece in Sorber that can help fill out a need whenever the bigs hit the bench, like Hart and Chet, who can rebound the ball at a physical level already, who can hit some free throws for us, and he's going to be a great defensive force. He's going to fill out a positional need for his team. However, Sam Presti didn't see anybody who could do the same at the 24th pick. So what does he do? He once again makes a master move and he gets us another first round pick in the future. That's what he's done all this time. We could have gotten this. We have potentially the Sixers pick next year. It's top 4 protected for them because it conveyed from this year's pick that was top 6 protected. So we're going to take a look at maybe another potentially 2, 3 first round picks in next year's draft as well. This is how this team is going to stay ahead of the curve, fresh off winning a title, how they're going to keep being able to add pieces without spending big bucks in free agency. That can't be stressed enough. This team will not be forced to make any desperation moves anytime in the near future. All of their top 8 players are locked up through the 27-28 season. They're going to be a great team for this foreseeable future. And this is way better than we thought, guys. And with getting another first round pick, this is more insurance, more cushion for this team moving forward. Sam Presti honestly can't keep getting away with this. Other GMs, if Sam Presti's calling you on the phone, I don't even know why you would pick up and then even consider it. How would this work out in your favor? Looking at this dude's resume, how are you going to win a trade against this guy when he's approaching you with something? That's just my opinion on the matter. I don't know why other teams continue to trade with him, but let's take a look on why Thomas Sorber is even more of a hit than we thought initially. Let's take a look at what this guy said immediately after getting drafted in the interview, right? Let's take a look.
Thomas, congrats. sir.
Of course.
Appreciate it.
How does it feel? You're joining the defending champs.
Feels amazing, honestly. Like I just can't wait to get down there and see those guys.
Might be the loudest arena I've ever stepped foot in my entire life.
Same over here.
You've been in there, right?
Yeah.
You ready for that crowd?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, bro. I'm just ready to get the crowd hyped. Just ready to give them all I got.
Thomas,
Product out of Georgetown. This guy is ready to help the city. This is the attitude you want of a rookie coming in. He's ready to soak up, learn, play for the team. We didn't draft an Ace Bailey who only wanted to go to a situation where he would be the number one off of the rip. And then he fell to the Jazz. He got sent to the mountains anyway, right? But we saw how that worked out for him. Not the type of guy we got. We got a team player, a guy who can impact the team, a guy who is going to help us moving forward. He's a young guy. He came out as a true freshman, and this is monumental for this team moving forward, staying ahead of the curve and trying to repeat as champions. On top of that, like we saw, the team gained an additional first round pick moving forward that will likely be better than the 24th that they were selecting out of this year. Unless the Spurs make the conference finals, it would probably be at worst the same value moving forward, right? So this is just phenomenal work by Presti out of both picks, both selections that we had, both assets that we had, especially when you consider neither of these were lottery assets. This is working from the middle ground where a lot of teams in front of you can dictate what you have the ability to do. And especially in a draft class where, other than Cooper Flag, we didn't know where a lot of these pieces were going to fall. This has been Gabriel Ebersole with Thunder Digest. I want to hear who you guys think we are selecting with the 44th pick in the second round, or if you think Presti's got another move up his sleeve to ensure us, to cushion us in the future with our big roster intact. We're bringing a lot of guys back. Maybe we don't use that pick. Let me know how you think we're utilizing his 44th pick tonight, and I will catch you guys with news of that in the next one.